Then there's Robin Lopez. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Galloway in at the one spot. So it's the Knicks now. Five on the clock. Pass to Lopez. And stolen by Horford. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The Hawks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
Free throw good, Cephalosha.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
He's off on the second. On for Coach Budenholzer, Greg. He did spend 19 years with the Spurs, so it makes a lot of sense. Clark, he won 4 titles during his time there in San Antonio.
And, Kevin, you can really see how he's adapted and brought the motion offense over to this team, and it's worked well for the Hawks.
To the inside. Millsap with the steal. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Here's Galloway. Aflalo outside. Shot clock at 5. Lopez a screen. Millsap with the steal. T dishes the Millsap. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T. Millsap's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Hawks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've got a lot of points off of turnover.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. You just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
Anthony left side. 3 on the clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
New York shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
Now, here's Teague. Korver kicks to Millsap. Teague drives in, and he misses his first shot of the game.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Anthony down low, guarded by Horford. That's good. For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Teague with the ball. Feeds to Millsap. The pass to Horford. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. They get it back. Outside for Millsap. Teague with a clean look. That one's good from the corner. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Galloway. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Porzingis. Clock at 6. The 11-footer can't hit. So Atlanta will take it the other way. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Yeah, now Horford really has become one of those elite two-way big men. And that's very rare. You look at most bigs in the NBA, they excel at either one end or the other, but this is one of those guys that does it all.
And Horford at 6'10", a natural power forward who's been pressed into duty at the center spot, but he holds his own on the low block.
He also does a really good job, Kevin, moving his feet and covering in space, covering the pick and roll. He's outstanding in that regard, which is important in today's game. He's got mobility and a high IQ.
Now here is Cephalosha. Millsap pass to Teague. Back to Millsap. Fires the three. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's Galloway. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Passes it to Porzingis. Lopez a screen. And a follow wide open. He shoots. Al Horford with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
The dish to Korver. Cephalosha kicks to Horford. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Outside Teague. Just 5 on the clock. Horford sets a screen for Teague. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Out to the right wing. Porzingis. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game. Picked by Horford. Teague dishes to Horford. Nice job coming off that screen. Horford's got his first bucket of the night.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Outside Teague. And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Here's Millsap.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Teague, the pass to Horford. Outside Korver. Dishes it to Teague. 6 to shoot. Horford kicks to Cephalosha. And the shot falls short this time. Knicks trail by 7. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
It's out of bounds. Last touch by Korver.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Splitter is checked in for Atlanta. And New York with a change here, too. Serafin's checked in. Here's Anthony. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
And the one thing Thiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, he gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
Grant dishes to Williams. The shot no good. Great D that time from Hardaway. The Hawks leading by 8. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Vujacic. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Hawks have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter.
And for Thiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
Millsap a screen. Back to Hardaway. Teague kicks to Millsap. And stolen by Williams. Moving it up. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, will bust the gut to carry out their responsibilities on the floor, off the court, and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team.
And you guys, he was once considered a tweener, but now I think Derek Williams has kind of settled in to that 4 position. Seems to be the best position fit for him at this stage of his career.
Here's Millsap. It's rebounded by New York.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Now, here's Grant. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots a fader. Anthony can't hit. Last year, Williams did find a nice niche playing the 4. Still, his minutes and numbers remain low.
Well, it's unfair because he was drafted so high, top 5 when he came out, and I don't think he'll ever live up to that draft position. The highlight dunks are great, but he's got to find other ways to continue to grow.
Here's Anthony following the basket by Paul Millsap. Anthony drawing the double team. Williams passes to Serafin. It's stolen by Schroeder. And here we go. Millsap misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Screen by Grant. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy two, the for sure two. No need to make it fancy and special.
Schroeder kicks to Hardaway. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hardaway has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
New York calls timeout.
And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany, his teammates give him a hard time about putting mayonnaise on everything. He eats a turkey burger with mayo before every game. And let me tell you, no need to change because he's settling in just fine.
And Schroeder, who's out of Germany, a pretty wealthy country, but he had a pretty hard scrabble upbringing.
Yeah, you know, he had some brushes with authority early on in his life. He's still relatively young, so in the past, I think he's in a really ideal situation in Atlanta right now, though.
Atlanta making some changes. Scotty's checked in for Millsap. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for the Knicks. 1:52 left in the first. Now here's Grant. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. He feeds it to Anthony. To the paint. Up off the screen. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Here's Bazemore. Outside Teague. To the right side. Bazemore dishes to Splitter. Knocks down the 10-footer. Splitter's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Grant outside. He dishes it to Vujacic. Off target from outside.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Now here's Teague. Shakes him. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Hawks have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
And so Teague gets 2 free throws. We've got 22 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The feed to Vujacic. He kicks to O'Quinn. Rebound Atlanta. Splitter's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Now Schroeder. No good on that last second attempt there. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Hawks lead by 11. And we'll be back with you right after this.
I gotta hold down the city.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive, guys, on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. They've got Aflalo. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony, and it's Galloway in at the point guard. Back to Korver. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Galloway, the pass to Porzingis. And that one's good. Porzingis has got 6 points.
What a move. He saw a window on the other side of the rim and whipped it around for the immaculate reverse.
Scott kicks to Cephalosha. They set the pick. Korver, no luck.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Porzingis, covered by Cephalosha, and is back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover. And the Hawks making a change here. Millsap's checked in. Outside Korver. Kicks to Horford. Pass to Schroeder. 6 on the shot clock. Horford goes in. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Back to Aflalo. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. The Hawks leading by 10. And here's Schroeder. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Cephalosha. And Anthony sends it back. That's good. And the Hawks lead by 12.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow. Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Schroeder with the ball. To the inside. Millsap. And here's Cephalosha for 3. Tries again. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
The Hawks have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And Kyle Korver enjoying a career renaissance, if you will, here in his 30s. A former late second-round pick. He's kicked around the league a little bit. He's really found his niche here in the motion offense of the Atlanta Hawks.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Thabo Cephalosha. For a little background on Kyle Korver, drafted 51st by the Nets back in 2003. They sold his rights to the Sixers for a little over $100,000 and used the proceeds to pay for their summer league fee.
Well, that, and they also bought a new color copier for whatever that information is worth. It might sound like a mistake in hindsight, but I heard that machine is very reliable.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Anthony dishes to Aflalo. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Muscala, he's checked in for Al Horford. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Porzingis. He's got 9. Just 5 to shoot. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And he just big boyed him right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Millsap a screen. Hardaway for 3. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Afflalo. Knicks trail by 8. There's Galloway. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Feeds to Anthony. The shot. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That will be a getaway game for them. A one-game road trip. It's deflected. Here's Galloway. Lays it in off the breakaway. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Hey guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Galactian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
New York comes into this following a loss to the Heat. And there's the pass to Millsap. Hits the outside fadeaway. Millsap's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Here's Galloway. Pass to Seraphin. To the inside. That one's in there. The Hawks' lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Anthony.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Atlanta leading by 6. Now here's Schroeder. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Passes it to Millsap. 5 to shoot. Here's Muscala. No good. Knicks trail by 6. Galloway, the pass to Porzingis. Outside Anthony. Can't get it to go.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
To the middle. To the middle. Here's Afflalo. Rejected by Millsap. Now Hardaway. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Aaron Afflalo.
And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick, was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
And the first one drops. Greg, you were talking about Millsap's ferocious rebounding. He battles inside, but Clark, he is so skilled.
Yeah, he's just really a good all-around basketball player. He can pass, handle, step out, and hit the 3. Very, very versatile. He makes an impact on the game a lot of ways.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Splitter is checked in for Muscala. Ken Bazemore comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Teagan for Dennis Schroeder. Now, here's Grant. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't have it.
Stolen by Serafin. Teague against Grant. Screen by Grant. Shot clock at 6. In close. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Now just a 3-point Hawks lead.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Teague to Bazemore. Back to Teague. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New York. And here's Serafin. Grant uses the glass to finish the layup. Grant's got his first basket of the night.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Teague. He has 6. Millsap misses.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Grant dishes to Vujacic. He feeds it to Williams. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Splitter.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's O'Quinn. There's the pick. Grant the pass to O'Quinn. And the foul called on Paul Millsap.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Mike Scott's checked in for the Hawks. Cephalosha comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Lopez, he's checked in for Kevin Serafin. That's good. 6 points for Williams.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Here's O'Quinn. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Al Horford's checked in for Atlanta. And he makes the first but misses the second. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Now here's Lopez. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Bazemore. There's a good screen. Off the screen. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Horford was really a cog in all aspects of the Hawks last season. I mean, a major cog. Just a consistent presence inside with his 15 points and 7 boards a game.
New York, no good that time either. The Hawks leading by 5. And Teague, here we go. Rebound by Williams.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
High post Lopez. Good if it goes. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. The Hawks on top. They're up by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
What a performance from Millsap here. He has 12 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
And he can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm. Completely the last several possessions.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Paul Millsap has been exceptional here, guys.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
Guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Cephalosha in the small forward position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Now here is Horford. And good on the basket. Hook it. Horford's got the first field goal of the second half for the Hawks.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
And it's Korver off the drive. And he recovers it. Cephalosha kicks to Millsap. Goes up off the pick. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Horford.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Here's Galloway. Pass to Porzingis. The dish to Lopez. 5 on the clock. And here's a Flalo for 3. That is good. Flalo's got 6 points.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Picked by Horford. Teague's got space. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. He's got 8.
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
The pass to Porzingis. Dishes it to Lopez. There's the screen. Pass to Porzingis. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Out to the wing. Horford attacking. The kick out to Teague. Millsap a screen. Back to Teague. And it's sent back by Lopez. They retain possession. Knicks trail by 4. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Lopez a screen. Inside. And stolen by Cephalosha. Korver kicks to Teague. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Teague's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Lopez a screen. Here's Anthony. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now here's Teague. 10 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Off target with the open look.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Splitters checked in for Millsap. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Cephalosha. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
The Hawks making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. Here's Galloway. Passes to Porzingis. Down low. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. On its way from Afflalo for 2. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists now in this one. Schroeder kicks to Hardaway. He dishes it to Schroeder. Splitter sets a screen. That's tipped. And now the Knicks on the break. Anthony leading the charge. Here's Porzingis. Rebound Atlanta. Splitter's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team. Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
The feed to Hardaway. And the shot falls short this time. Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the great Tim Hardaway Sr., had a very good rookie season. However, last season, Clark, not the improvement that some were hoping to see on him.
Kevin, you knew the expectations were going to be high going forward, very high. But sometimes you step back before you move forward. He only shot 39% last season, very low for a guy of his caliber.
The Hawks making a switch here. Scott's checked in. And then for New York, Williams, he's checked in for Porzingis. Vujacic comes in for Aaron Afflalo. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Kicks to Korver. With the shot. The shot misses. The Knicks go the other way with it.
And we were talking about Hardaway Jr., and he had a very good shot coming out of college, does a good job of freeing himself off screens, plays with good energy and intensity. For this young man, I believe the sky is the limit.
They get the rebound.
Well, that's certainly not who I expected to corral that rebound.
Korver gets a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Korver's got 5 points now this quarter.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Grant kicks to Anthony. This is to Seraphin. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Throwing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, with Hardaway Jr., it's not my thing to compare guys to other players, but he could use a little bit of his dad's quickness and ball handling. Tim Sr. was one of the best in the league at getting his own shot and getting shots for others. If Tim Jr. can get half of that in his game, his star will rise.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for the Hawks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Bazemore dishes to Schroeder. He kicks it to Splitter. It's rebounded by New York. Well, it's definitely within striking distance now.
Yeah, but they've got to make each possession count on both sides of the floor.
Out to the right wing. Here's O'Quinn. Good D by Hardaway.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Splitter sets a screen. Kicks it to Schroeder. Another 3 for Atlanta.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Feeds it to Seraphin. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Seraphin's got 4 points in the quarter. Atlanta leading by 5. Bazemore for 3. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Here's Vujicic. Got a piece of it. Atlanta's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Outside Hardaway. And he feeds it to Scott. Hardaway kicks to Splitter. Back to Hardaway. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Knicks trail by 7. Grant the pass to Vujicic. Pick by Williams. Now here's Grant. He's covered closely. Offensive rebound. Now here's O'Quinn, defended by Scott. Grant, that's good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Schroeder with the ball. Splitter sets a screen. Fires top of the key. And it's Schroeder missing.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that.
Pass to Williams. They set the pick. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And now just a 3-point Atlanta lead.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Atlanta calls timeout. kind of making some changes. Horford comes in for Splitter. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Hardaway. And New York with a change here, too. Lopez is checked in. The Hawks leading by 3. A minute 42 left in the third. The dish to Schroeder. And the pass to Horford. Just 4 to shoot. And finished off by Scott.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Teague, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Now here's Williams. 8 points for him. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Here's Schroeder. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Schroeder's got 5 points now this quarter. Now here's Grant. He's tightly guarded to the inside. Rebound Atlanta. Horford's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Lopez. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The Hawks making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. And a switch here also for New York. Aflalo's checked in. Now here's Schroeder. He has 5. Horford gets the bucket. Grant outside. Here's Lopez. The third quarter comes to a close. Hawks lead by 7. And time to step aside. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Knicks trail by 7. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Robin Lopez. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Galloway in the point guard position.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Teague. The shot no good. And New York the other way now.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Here's Porzingis, guarded by Horford. Porzingis can't hit. The Hawks leading by 5. Outside Teague. Dishes it to Sefolosha. And it's off from three-point range. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Teague kicks to Sefolosha. Millsap dishes to Horford. Nails the run. Knicks trail by 7. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Galloway, the pass to Anthony. Cephalosha with the steal. Here's Teague. The Knicks pull it in.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Here's Anthony. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter. Teague kicks to Cephalosha. Millsap a screen on Anthony. Pass to Millsap. And the three off target. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Porzingis. Puts it up from 12. And a follow kicks to Anthony. It's stolen by Teague. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Teague with the ball. It's blocked. And they'll keep possession. And a dunk by Horford. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
The free throw drops for Al Horford.
Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
Anthony dishes to Lopez. They set the pick. Passes it to Galloway. 4 on the clock. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively. And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Porzingis. He dishes it to Galloway. Here's Porzingis. Millsap covering.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Horford kicks to Cephalosha. Outside Teague. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. There's the feed to Millsap. Shoots from the baseline, but he stays with it. And at last, they get one to fall. And the Hawks lead by 8. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to Golden State. Here's Galloway. Teague covering. A follow outside. Here's Porzingis. Shoots from 12. Here's Lopez. Good work defensively by Millsap.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Lopez, a screen on Teague. Lopez, a screen. There's a good screen. 6 to shoot. Tries from the block. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. The Hawks leading by 10. Now here's Teague. Millsap passes to Horford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Here's Galloway. Lopez a screen. From deep Afflalo. New York, no good that time either. The Hawks have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Outside Teague. Here's Korver for 3. And good on the basket. Book it. And the Hawks lead by 15.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
To the wing right side. And Teague, here we go. To the paint. Millsap against Anthony. Goes up to the stripe. Off the left rim and out. Knicks trail by 15. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by Cephalosha. Cephalosha's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Pick by Horford. There's the pick. Horford sets a screen for Teague. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You look at what Teague has done so far. 12 points and 7 assists.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity, too, that he brings to the court.
The Knicks making a switch here. Grant's checked in, and he's good on the second.
You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line, and on top of that, they're making their free throws in this half. That bodes well going forward.
Outside Anthony. Cephalosha with the steal. Oh, and here comes Korver all alone. Finished off the break. And the Hawks lead by 18.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
That free throw good from Anthony. The Hawks leading by 15. Outside Teague. He kicks it to Millsap. Pick by Horford. Puts up a 3. Millsap misses.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
Teague dishes to Horford. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. 20 points for Al Horford.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now.
Stolen. And Afflalo kicks to Grant. Here's Anthony. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
So far in the game for Anthony, 19 points, and the contribution from the line for him, he's made 5 free throws.
And he hasn't been afraid to draw a little bit of contact on his way to the basket. Some guys shy away from that.
The Hawks lead by 17. To the left wing. Teague for three. Kept alive by Atlanta.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Anthony kicks to Grant. Here's Porzingis, guarded by Horford. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Really a good job recognizing the mismatch, just going up for the shot with that huge height advantage on that possession.
Teague kicks to Korver. Feeds it to Millsap. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Just 5 to shoot. There's the dish to Horford. The jump hook. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 7 rebounds in the game.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Hawks.
Their superior ball handling won it for him here, Clark.
Well, Kevin, when you squeeze the orange, you get more shot opportunities, and that's always a good thing.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Al Horford. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Here's Mack. There's a screen. Off the pick. And that one hits back iron. It's Anthony with the drive.
Good. Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.